We're getting everything ready now. I have to go down here a little bit more.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, no. You're not short. You're vertically challenged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is the Jason Hodge here with Chef Sjana of Shauna's Sweet Spot.
You'll get it someday. I feel like you're gonna get it. It's not like we're friends or anything. You know anything about me.
Exactly. What did I say the last video? It was like Shauna's sweet
treats.
cakes or sweet treats or something. Sounds like a
Sorry, I'm sure they are, but
and the boys were
not
like,
the name.
no, it's Sweet Spot, Dad.
bad when it comes
Okay.
to it.
You know that's real bad. Okay, so we're in the kitchen right now in the lab. And Shauna, what do you have for us today? What are you going to be doing?
We're gonna start out with a shortbread cookie.
Mhm.
Very easy ingredients, and
Okay.
then we're gonna put it in the refrigerator so it can get solid because we're gonna cut it.
Nice.
This is a cutter cookie.
Butter cookie.
So we're gonna shape it, put it in the fridge for a little bit, let it get
Mhm.
firm up, and
Mhm.
then we'll cut it. We'll put it in. We're gonna dip it in some chocolate,
Ooh.
little sprinkles. It's exciting. I'm excited for you.
Okay, I'm excited for it too. All right, so then I'm going to get her camera started because, you got the behind the scenes. You got the skinny on everything that's going on. Her camera is going to be just kind of following along. So you didn't see me moving around, even though she's got a beautiful
Stand.
fancy stand right here. A fancy stand. Okay, look at this. Can you describe the stand here?
It's compact.
Playing what's that Wheel of Fortune music? Yeah. So this stand, it's a one stand. It's a mono stand, but it has 3 feet to it. So it's a tripod, even though it's like a monopod.
And a selfie stick.
And a selfie stick.
See the magic? Watch this. Oh,
Look at that.
I
Look
just
at
did a
that.
selfie.
Wow.
Great.
This is great. This is great. Okay. So now I'm gonna get this thing started. You see. Tap it, flip it around.
Oh, so you're gonna do that?
Oh yeah, because I've got to know. I wonder if I should clean up the scene, Doc. Nah, it's good. All right, did you title this already?
Yep, and
Okay.
tagged people. Are we starting?
We are starting. We are live.
Yeah.
We're always live. Okay, so I'm here with Chef Sjana of Shauna's Sweet Spot, and we are working on some shortbread cookie.
Hi everybody. Like I told you, I was prepping yesterday, so we're gonna do shortbread cookies first.
Sjana, get into the lab.
I'm in the lab. But we're gonna do those first. We're gonna roll them into the shape that we want. Then we're gonna put them in the fridge. We're gonna cut. We're gonna come back for the butter cookies, and then I think we can go straight into the oven with those. And then we'll cut, and then we'll come back for cinnamon rolls. So it's gonna be.
I did not know she was doing cinnamon rolls today, y'all. I'm extremely excited about this.
All right. So we're gonna
All
start
right, so it's going to get real noisy.
right,
And
start
that's
out with
just
our
how it works.
cup of butter.
So we have now, gotten the butter to room temperature?
Yes, so that we have to cream that and the sugar together.
Now, it's kind of interesting that you got to do, room temperature, but then it's got to chill.
Oh,
Okay, and by the way, y'all, if you're here and you are catching this on replay, just put in #replay. Also, for those of you who are on here live, make sure that you heart it up and share. Share this out. Share it in your groups, in your community. Share it on your own timeline, other pages. Share it out. Because we're getting the inside scoop, no pun intended. Inside scoop on shortbread cookies. And we also have some real vanilla.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a whole nother.
Now, should we say anything about what you are working on in your own vanilla creations, or should we leave that on the table?
Talk about it.
Okay, we can talk about it. Okay, so Sjana, a.k.a. Chef Sjana, a.k.a. scientist, mad scientist in the lab, she is working on, right now, she's actually extracting vanilla. You know what? I'm kind of thinking I should have brought the other lighting. Nah, well, maybe we did. You got it.
I'm going to have to shift gears.
Okay.
And I think we're going to do the butter cookies first.
Butter cookies first. Ryan said, yeah.
Yeah. Can you pass me the vanilla behind you?
Absolutely. Can I do a cameo with my hand?
Sure. And then I gotta grab the eggs real quick, so hold on one second. Grabbing the eggs.
Let's look down into this mixer here to see just what's happening here. My goodness.
So I need.
Now, if you didn't know real science was happening here, I don't know what to tell you.
Eggs.
So what got you into baking? I know we've talked about this before, but that was before you were just so comfortable doing all of these live streams and doing your thing.
Oh wow. What got me into baking? Hold on, let me get in here real quick. Sorry. So sorry, I need my salt. Where's my salt? This is live streaming. This is what happens.
This is how they know it's live, right? Because if you had everything there, they're like, this is pre-recorded.
Yeah,
it's totally pre-recorded.
So,
Okay. No worries. I can pop on over there and grab salt.
I don't know where my. Oh, never mind. Got it. Salt. Okay. All right. And then I need egg yolks.
So was this the mise en place that we were seeing happening yesterday?
Yes. Usually it would be in the fancy bowls, but because I went mobile, you're seeing it coming out of the Ziploc bags and such.
And now what that tells me is that the next time that you're over here, we're going to have some fancy bowls for you.
Yeah. I feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like that's what's going to happen. Oh. Hi, Ryan. You did mention Ryan, right?
Mm-hmm. And Shelly D. Lagan is watching.
There's
Sarah Brown. Okay. Joe Stanaland.
Oh, yep. She's Joe Stanaland. I worked with her at the circus.
Oh,
she's
cool.
Awesome. She worked in the props department. She was like the admin. She knew everything, did everything. Mm-hmm. She was everything. She is everything. I miss you, Joe.
Sounds like that Shaka Khan song.
Oh. Egg yolks.
Okay, so what's the importance of the egg yolks when you're doing this?
It's a bit of a binder. Okay, I'm using my hands because I'm at home, so.
Of course, it's gonna go through heat, so that's not a problem.
Right.
Anybody who has a challenge with the chef using their hands, I just don't know what to tell them.
Yeah. Now, if I was doing this for other people, I would.
It's not like it's a Caesar.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not a Caesar.
That's gross. All right, 2 egg yolks.
Okay, so the egg yolks are a binder.
Okay. You rinse my hands real quick as I make a mess around the camera. I'm just messy. So sorry. Put that down in the sink. On my hands. Okay. So.
That vanilla looks really good.
It is really super good. Alright, adding in the egg yolk. And I'll feed that egg yolk. And my left.
Veronica Kubova Petrakova is what? I hope I said your name right, Veronica. Okay, Ryan wants you to put them down for a box of some cookies and start popping on this.
Okay.
Ryan, she's got you covered.
Alright, we got our vanilla in there. You want to keep doing this because, like, as you can kind of see, there's still just plain old butter that hasn't mixed in yet. So you want to make sure you get all of it. And sometimes the pit of the bowl, that will stay. That's where you get that pocket. Like sometimes when you make a cake and you put all the water or, water and butter and everything in it, And then when you go to stir it up or dip it out, there's that little bit left in there. So you usually want to get it that.
And so now does the speed matter in your mixing?
Just to get this incorporated, and then I'll go a little bit slower, but I'm adding the flour because you don't want to have the flour going everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of flour. 2 cups of flour.
Okay. Now, does the flour have to be pre-sifted or anything?
No, not for this. If I was making like a wafery kind of cookie, I would probably have to. Since it's the hearty cookie, the butter cookie, then you don't have to. At least I don't. Some people might.
What was the first cookie that you've ever made?
From like when I was a kid, or like right now?
Yeah.
Well,
right now it's the butter cookie.
The chocolate chip.
Yeah.
I mean, every kid loves a chocolate chip cookie, and you know, they always had those commercials, and you had the Nestle's, and that was, you know, the thing. Everybody had to have a Nestle Toll House cookie. So that was my first one. I think it's just the easiest one for kids. You know what I mean? So you get your chocolate and candy and all that good stuff, and then
Elizabeth Tompkins just popped in.
These are my coworkers from States Farm. I'm actually gonna put this in piping bag, and we'll be able to put them in the oven. Well, it won't be much of it. Look, if you don't have a piping bag, then you use a Ziploc bag. Same thing, just cut the corner off, keep going.
Nice.
So, so for anybody who's just coming in, we're making shortbread cookies and we're making butter cookies. If you're watching it in the replay, just put replay. We're going to come on several times because first we're going to prep the cookies, then we're going to bake them, and then we're going to decorate them.
Nice.
So, it should be fun. Let's just get this out of here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Put it in the bowl, and then transfer it to a bag. And then we're going to pipe it onto the cookie sheet, and then we'll come back and show you the next step, which is I think we're going to dip some in some dark chocolate and then add a little sprinkles to it.
Hey, if you all aren't on Shana's list, make sure that you just put in a messenger message list. Get me on your list, Sjana. Okay? Then you'll find out when new productions are coming up, when new cookies are coming up, and you'll also be able to take advantage of her up-and-coming subscription box. Ooh. Did I jump the gun on saying that, Sjana?
No.
I know.
It had to be said.
Somebody had to say it.
Had to be said. So, like I said, I'm using my Ziploc bag. Put that in there. I'm using a towel, so this one's definitely gonna have to. No, I like these. No.
You said I can't even believe you said something like that. Cookie press.
What? What is that? So then put it on our fancy sheet pan. Of course.
So how many cookies can this make?
Depending on your size, I would say at least 24.
Wow.
So that is really on there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm moving.
Take some air out of there. Usually I have a fancy tip, but I forgot. And I need a big one to make a star, but instead we're just going to make a circle. Do you have little scissors?
Yes.
Are they in the drawer? Thank you. Cut off the tip. Like that. We're just gonna, maybe we'll just do, let's try a couple different things. You can put them kind of close because they're not going to grow that much. They're not going to spread. Let me see something else here. This is definitely off the, yeah, maybe I can nab them down. So we try a couple of different things here.
Mm-hmm.
See how it goes. That'll work.
This has to develop a lot of arm strength,
That's
hand strength.
And then I'll come back and tamp it down with a little bit of water. Things like that. See, this is the trial and error part of it.
Reminds me of like Chopped or something.
Oh God, that show makes me just, it gives me heartburn.
Why?
Because the poor people.
Yeah, they do get put through a lot, don't they?
They do. And it's just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be treated that way. That's better.
So what's the difference between a butter cookie and a shortbread cookie?
So butter cookie doesn't have any eggs in it at all. Butter cookie is just butter, sugar, flour.
Interesting.
So there's nothing, it's just the basics.
Uh-huh.
But it's really good. It's a really hearty cookie. It stays. It's got a nice crumble to it. It's sweet enough. It's like something that can go with like a coffee or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's see what it's like if you roll it up.
I like that.
It's pretty versatile. You can do anything with it. I mean, it's a butter cookie, so that's just the. See what we do.
So what's the consistency going to be like?
It's Play-Doh.
Okay. No, I mean once it's cooked.
Oh, it'll be crumbly.
Oh,
Buttery.
kind of like a shortbread, but okay.
But it's gonna have a little more butter. Kind of gives it that oomph, so it'll definitely have a different. It's a softer taste.
Uh-huh.
All
Your
right.
initial burger?
Oh, yes. He works with my mom. He's the one that he likes babkas.
Oh, the
Babka guys, my babka man.
Hey Gary, how you doing?
Gary. Yep. So next we'll just go in the oven.
He said, "Yup."
We'll go in the oven, then we'll come back with shortbread cookies.
Okay. Oh, so these don't have to chill.
Nope, they can go straight in.
Very cool.
Yeah, but I think it's only like 15 minutes, so we're good to go.
Okay.
So I'll put that here. We'll do a little cleanup, and then we'll come back and do the next cookie.
Good stuff.
Okay,
So-
everybody.
See you in a moment.
Okay, bye.
Hey, if you haven't already liked the page, go ahead and like it. If you haven't shared the page, go ahead and share it. And if you have not messaged Sjana to say, hey, put me on your list, then message her. See you in a moment. All right, good stuff. All right, so we're clear right now. Now we're going to get set up for the next part of the broadcast. Let's see.
Are you gonna get me washing dishes?
Hmm?
I think I need washing dishes.
Oh, then I'm going to have to move the thing so that you have access.
Well,
All right.
I can probably do it underneath there. Let's go.
Okay. Well, let me put a bag on the feet.
Bag on your feet.
Kind of like flag on the field. Bag on the feet. Let me see. Just trying to see where.
Ryan. Okay, so
Yeah, well,
we have
I can see why he likes the bop because those things were pretty awesome.
Yep.
I mean, they looked illegal. To tell you the truth. She made these babkas. Let me see if I can adjust this. She made these babkas, and the babkas. The babkas were like next level. Was that a modification?
What?
Okay, you're gonna see a little shaking for a moment because I gotta adjust. So you'll probably see to the ceiling. Have to put some baggies on the legs of the tripod. Yeah, so the babka, what did you do with that babka?
Nothing.
It was like cinnamon.
Oh, one was cinnamon sugar, one was chocolate.
Cinnamon, sugar, and chocolate. You know what I'd love to see her do? I'd love to see her do, and a matter of fact, I think she's going to, just because I said this, but I'd love to see her do a cross between a, what's the name of that, phyllo dough layers with the pistachios and walnuts and stuff? Baklava. A baklava babka.
Okay, can do that.
Wait, hold on. Wait for it. Mm-hmm. A baklava babka. I think it would be good.
I'll try it.
She'll try it. That's all I ask.
Call it a baklava.
A baklava? It's already called a baklava. You can't just call it. It's
A
not
bob.
Oh, a babka bob?
Baklava.
Huh?
A baklava.
A baklava?
I like it.
That sounds pretty cool.
Pretty smart.
Okay, you heard it here first, folks. A baklava. Chef Sjana's gonna do a baklava for us. Not today.
See, things I get myself into.
Yeah. She's gonna do a baklava. A baklava. Yes.
Things I get myself into. Gee Louie.
That's what it's all about.
Does the back one need one?
Hmm?
Does the back one need one?
Yeah. Well, just in case.
Just in case I get crazy with the water.
It's a possibility.
This one just has egg on it, so
Oh, yeah?
I'm to rinse it out.
Oh, okay.
So I was trying to save the egg over there.
Save the egg.
Oh, can't believe. You know what happened?
What?
I put the wrong sugar in with the flour, and I was like, oh! Sorry.
Was it castor or was it, what kind of sugar
It
was it?
should have been the powdered sugar.
Ah, okay. A baklava. I've never heard of something like that before. It's pretty cool. Did I introduce this right? Did I introduce this video properly? I don't remember if I said anything about... Okay, let me get in here just in case I didn't. Okay, I don't know if I introduced this video right, but this is video number 41 of the 100 videos in the 30-day video challenge. 30 days, 100 videos. It is the Harry the Big Dog 100 video challenge. It's a live stream challenge. So this is video number 41. I could kind of cheat though and cut it and then go to video number 42, like picking back up. Now, I don't know if that's really, I don't know if that's kind of hackish though, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if you're trying to make it. That makes you feel better. You want to do it.
I don't know. I don't think that's probably, because it's kind of like saying.
I mean, that's what we're doing with my video.
Huh?
Going in and out?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess we could do that. All right, so, well, no, because then I have to type up a new thing in.
Why not?
It should be nice and dry. Yeah, bone dry.
You almost did it.
See, my second brain said, "Hey, what are you like? Hold on, I'm about to do something that you can't come back from."
Doesn't seem like it's that hot.
Hmm?
Doesn't seem like it's that hot.
Yeah, it doesn't, but I'm not gonna try anything because my hands have gotten little.
Oh.
No?
Oh, not that bad.
Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay. Yeah, this one is a little bad. All right, so what temperature?
350, please.
All right, so oven's at 350, waiting for the butter cookies to go in. Yeah, awesome. All right. Okay, so we can take a moment to kind of talk about what just happened here. Yeah, so what just happened here?
Yeah.
Famous question. What just happened here?
I am also doing the 100 video challenge, so that was video number 19. And we did some cookies. Had a little bit of a challenge. Wrong recipe, but
it's all right. You know what?
I was able to.
Millionaires are made on wrong recipes. That's just a new statement that I made. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Try not to put water down there. There you go. Hit me with some water.
What's the craziest thing that you've ever innovated? Where you ventured off the beaten path and tried something new and it just worked? It's a good question, isn't it? It's a very good question.
Like, am I baking?
And you're baking and you're cooking, doesn't matter.
That's a hard one. Do you have a plate? Or just something right here?
Either side, depending on the, if you want a large plate.
This one. Let's Alright, off the beaten path. Frostings.
Frostings? What about frostings?
Just like adding different things like jam to them.
Really?
Yeah.
And so what did that do?
So it gave it like a pop of color, then I didn't, it made it sweet. So I didn't have to sweeten it as much with like regular sugar. So That was good. What else?
I say one of my innovations is rose water. Rose water has an amazing impact on cookies when you do them right, and cake.
Yeah, I don't know much about rose water. I hear about it all the time. I've seen people like on the British Baking Show, which is like my favorite show in the whole wide world. Like they need to let Americans do it, or at least this American.
I think you should jump into it.
Super cool.
Yeah,
Like
I think you do want to. You could get it, John.
because their stuff is so. I don't know. Some of it's just better. I know that sounds bad, but it is.
It does sound bad. It sounds really bad when you say it that way.
Baked goods, bakeries,
Yeah.
the way they do theirs, so different. Like their bakery stuff is a day-to-day kind of thing. You have it with your tea, you have it with your coffee, whereas we have sweets at dessert, at a special occasion. You know what I mean? So it's part of their regular. So
it's a cultural thing.
So when they make stuff, tea cakes and stuff like that, there's some for fun and there's some for regular every day.
Have you ever had boiled cake?
Boiled cake?
Yeah, boiled cake. It actually is amazing.
And is it boiled?
It actually is boiled. The cake is boiled, and it is. I don't know if it's finished off in the oven. I don't know. You know, but it tastes amazing. A good friend of mine, his nan was visiting. You know, they're from England. Well, actually from Guyana, but you know, from England. Yeah, and amazing stuff that she used to put together. You know, yeah. So I mean, if you're watching this, you know, shout out to Nan. Yeah, Nan could throw down. And so she had these desserts that she would make, and you know, I was fortunate enough to have been invited over when, you know, she was in town, when she was visiting from England, you know, when I was living in California. And I'm telling you, yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, the stuff that Nan put together is amazing. So yeah, so that's the first time that I tasted boiled cake. Yeah, and it was so tender, so moist, just full of flavor. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of that process. It must be like it's boiled in the water on top of the stove, like not in the water, but
I wish I knew. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. And yeah, but it was amazing. It was amazing.
All right, I heard about it.
Oh, okay. Looks like we've reached the temperature.
All right.
Pop them in?
Yeah.
Top rack, bottom rack?
Top, please.
Top rack.
Bottom cooks them way too fast. Sometimes there's a tendency to burn. So.
Anytime?
16 minutes. Well, let's start with 12.
12, okay.
And then if I need the extra, I'll do it.
Okay, 12 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
He's so
You trying to avoid the camera?
Yes, I am. I didn't realize it was pointed this way.
sneaky that way.
Yeah.
I know it's behind the scenes, but maybe I'll spread it.
Right.
Mhm.
You guys are fast.
All right, now it is kitchen time.
Okay.
Gotta clean these dishes.
Okay, kitchen time cleanup. All right.
Are you still? What's happening? Oh, that's me. That's funny. That's funny. Katie got you ducking in the back. It's good.
If she had just walked up there, nobody would have noticed her.
Right.
Yeah.
And she went. Dee, 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 dee.
Okay.
If you didn't say anything, no one would have noticed.
No, that would have, because I just looked at the camera. I was like,
Blatant.
yes, totally, yeah.
It's terrible.
And the fact that you're like this, it's like, who is that? What is she doing? That's hilarious.
Okay, I gotta wash dishes.
Okay.
So I don't know what you're gonna
Okay, so
do there.
do I need to move this?
No, that's
okay,
fine.
Yeah, so you do your thing.
All right. Like, I feel like I'm standing right in the camera.
You are.
Boo.
Too bad I can't adjust it. But we'll have a talk while you're washing dishes.
Really?
Like,
Is
really?
that what
Are
we're
we
doing?
doing that? Is that what's happening?
Can I get a second? Jeez. Oh, man. Getting me in all of my domesticness.
Mm-hmm. Well, the cool thing
I don't
is
like
that
it.
you knock it out as you're going,
Performance
so you don't
anxiety.
have dishes to deal with when you're finished,
No.
which is so awesome,
I don't like, because then I'm tired. I don't want to clean up.
right?
So it's actually, again, very selfish. I'm trying not to be inconvenienced.
Right.
If that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense.
Okay.
That's why I carry as many grocery bags up.
I can't do
first
that.
go round.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Katie,
I
that's,
don't want to have to make an extra trip.
that's not what we do. That's
Yeah.
That's why you have kids.
That's right. Yeah.
He has the
What did
children.
you say, Sean?
He said he was trying to carry
Yeah.
everything upstairs at
Because
one
she
time.
says she washes as she goes because she's the one who have to deal with it when she's finished.
Yeah.
She says it's a total self-clean. I said, well, that's how I feel about groceries coming out of the car.
Yeah.
I take as many as I can humanly hold.
I like the last thing I'm cleaning is the last thing I should do.
Yeah.
Right. Basically.
I'm so glad that we're almost out of boxes. You know? Just right. Just right.
I wish I had a lot of boxes.
Uh-huh.
Well, now they're all Amazon boxes. Oh my god, that hurt.
Okay, so when you were in culinary school,
Mm-hmm.
what was your signature dish? What was the dish that they're like, okay, Sjana, she does that dish, nobody else can touch it?
Well, there's this thing my mom used to make. She
Mhm.
called it a Hawaiian wedding cake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Basically, it's like a yellow or pineapple, a yellow cake with like pineapple juice in it.
Mhm.
So it would be a pineapple cake.
Right.
I'm using the air
Right.
air quotes.
The air quotes. Air quotes.
And then we would put pudding,
Mm-hmm.
and then so you layer the cake with pudding, and then you layer it with pineapple, crushed pineapples,
Mm-hmm.
and then you would put like whipped cream on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
and then you top it again with a little bit of pineapple that didn't have that much liquid in it, and then something fancy green that I just came up with.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was coconut.
Mm-hmm.
I put food coloring in the coconut and then made green so it looked like a pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so they used to always want that because it was light.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't it was a light cake. It wasn't a heavy cake.
Mm-hmm.
So when you had all of that whipped cream and pudding and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't seem like you were being so bad,
Mm-hmm.
you know, versus if it was a chocolate cake
Right.
with frosting.
Okay.
You'd be like, oh, I can only have one piece.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, you could come back like 1,000 times, no problem.
No guilt.
I'm super mess over here. Sorry. I'm like a little kid playing in a puddle. It's like water everywhere. My bad. Sorry.
Okay, so
Upside down in here.
so the pineapple cake, that was the one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was your signature. You were known
Right.
for that.
But I didn't go for baking really there.
Uh-huh.
So it was more savory.
Uh-huh.
So mac and cheese
Okay.
was one of the ones where I was like, oh yeah, it's Shauna's mac and cheese.
Okay, and now, your mac and cheese.
Is an adaptation of my mom's mac and cheese.
Okay, so then you had multiple cheeses in it.
At least 7.
Did you hear that? At least 7 cheeses.
And one has to be either the old school cheddar cheese that we used to, they called it the government cheese, or Velveeta.
Velveeta, okay.
Have to.
Really?
That has to be one of them.
And that does not negatively impact the flavor?
It does not.
Really?
It's just that little.
Just the, okay. All right. And then do you make a roux for it and all of that? And no. Okay. I'm just checking.
We don't do roux. What
That
is
was a
that?
test. Because next I was going to ask her if she does string bean casserole.
That's the devil. Who does that? No string bean casserole. Who does that? No, it's weird. Like green bean casserole there was never. I don't know what the flavor is, and then people use
the cream of mushroom soup. Yeah.
And it's like sometimes they use that and don't add milk because you really do need to kind of add milk, to do something with it. And then the idea of flavoring is those onions. Those what do they got? Those fried onions. They're good. Don't get me wrong. I'm a snob. No food snob. Sorry. Kind of like when you eat, you just want a flavor.
Yeah.
And that just seems like just hot. Hot, brown, and green. That's what hot, brown, and green tastes like.
Okay. So question. Now this is totally random again.
Is it random?
Sweet potatoes, like for the candied yams.
Really?
Fresh or out of the can?
See, I've had both, and because my mom made it, it's probably not as gross as people think it is.
Okay.
And by people,
I'm a food snob. I'm a total food snob. Yeah.
But
okay, so you've had it in the canned and the fresh, and you like them both.
I prefer the fresh, of course.
Okay. We can continue. We can continue in the lab now. I'm just checking. You want to say so? You got it. I mean, even though you got friends, you got to qualify them. Make sure. Okay. Sweet potatoes, roasted or boiled before
I've
you
had them both, but roasted you don't have to sweeten them as much as you do with the boiled. But boiled sends yay high to a grasshopper.
Right, but when you elevate, things change. Okay, so
it's a better flavor.
Better flavor.
I'm not gonna eat it.
Right, yeah, understandable.
Let's just say that.
But just so long as okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
marshmallows or no marshmallows?
You mean like on the souffle, or are you talking about on a pie?
On the candied yams.
For sure, marshmallow.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that.
It's so good because it's
pineapples
crunchy.
Or no pineapples? Just checking.
Okay, they don't go in there or on pizza. I'm gonna say it again. They don't go there or on pizza. It's gross.
Okay. Have you had cashews on pizza?
Look here, man. Leave pizza alone. You leave pizza alone. Cashews.
No, let me tell you something. I was down in I think it was Olympia, and I went to this place, and they actually had cashews on the pizza. And my friend was like, Jason, it sounds strange, but it's amazing. So then I tried some. It was amazing.
Maybe I'm just judgy.
I think you're being prejudiced right now. You are. This is total pizzaist. This is
Look here.
You're being a pizzaist right now.
Cheese, bread.
No. No.
Cheese, red sauce.
No.
Maybe some vegetables. Maybe some meat. All depends on how I feel.
Yeah. Wow.
Or I could put barbecue sauce and some chicken and some red onions. Barbecue chicken.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that. That sounds good.
No cashews. So sorry.
56 seconds left.
Oh, sweet.
You can see the oven light here.
Let's see what we look like.
Yeah. Oh, looky there.
Are we pretty?
It's pretty.
Nice. We might need a few more minutes, so
Yep.
see.
Yeah, because they are still very blonde.
I'm gonna lean against the table. Let's see.
Yeah, so okay, so the butter cookies are looking really good. They are starting to golden up. All right, so then this is for the shortbread now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's easier, and that one will go in the refrigerator.
Okay.
And then let me take this off real quick. I gotta look something up. Mind if I sit down?
Oh yeah, no, do your thing. All right, so what do you want me to do?
Let's look and see. Let me open it up real quick.
Okay.
Oh, those are okay.
They smell good.
They smell real good.
I can smell that vanilla. It's really good.
Do we have something to take it out with real quick?
Yeah.
You might let them brown right there. Oh, look at that. Look at the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty? Let's see. Let's break them. Let's try it.
This is
L'chaim. Few more minutes.
few more.
Got a little brownie.
It's slightly doughy at the very center.
So the extra 3 minutes that we didn't put on. Oh no, 6. So 4 minutes. And we should be perfect.
But
Good.
that butter flavor,
That's good. That is buttery.
very buttery.
Now, my favorite. Look at this. Baker's chocolate.
Oh, yes.
You did it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
You know, I've got to try my hand at some
Down the
vegan,
box of the chocolate chip cookies. Oh, okay.
some vegan chocolate sauce. You know?
Is that carob?
No.
Okay.
No.
So gross.
That's not chocolate. Yeah. I don't think carob is gross, but I think what they make the mistake on was when they say, oh, it's like chocolate.
So your mind immediately goes, that is not like
Yeah.
chocolate.
They should say it's like carob.
And what's carob?
It tastes like carob. Yeah. Yeah, so no. It's not, no carob. It's actual chocolate in it. But instead of using, well, let me see. You use coconut oil in it.
Okay.
You know,
I can dig that.
yeah. What else goes in that? I don't know what else goes in that. That's why I gotta try my hand at it.
30 seconds.
Let me see who's watching. I'm not sure if that's somebody from Facebook or from YouTube. Oh, 3 comments. Let's see. Oh. Rebecca said, my friend. She goes, now I want cookies. She says, thanks.
Gotcha.
Okay, yep. Rebecca says she's on Facebook. Hey, Rebecca. Okay, yeah, so we're just sitting here talking, Rebecca, while we're waiting for these cookies to get done. And she's got some butter cookies that are out of this world. I mean, so buttery, so buttery. I'm really looking forward to these. And I'm really looking forward to the shortbread. Okay, so now tell me something, Sjana.
Yeah.
Once these come out, Because they'll still continue to bake and all of that. How long before they kind of set up to where they have that nice crumbly, nature, kind of like shortbread, being chewy? Mm-hmm.
We just have to let them cool.
Mm-hmm.
If they cool completely, then they'll have that. It'll be more like
56 seconds. Mm. Okay, so cool completely. All right, so what was the worst baked good that you have done?
Oh, okay. I know this. Like when I say I know this for sure.
It's like a visceral response here.
Yeah. So I let me see. Hold on. I just want this to go away. Thank you. You know when you try to, it doesn't, and it's horrible. I made coffee cake.
Really?
And I thought I had made some coffee cake.
Mm-hmm.
Because they seem like, I usually try them like when they come out the oven because you need coffee cake.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that, and it was too dry, so I had taken them to an event.
Oh.
And then it was, when people were eating it, ended up being too dry.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Out now?
the lady at the church, she told me, she was like, let me tell you something, baby. And when they say stuff like
they
that.
got the nice little brown coming up on the edges. Gotta look at this thing right here real time. Okay, yeah, so some brown on the edges. Look at that. It's really good. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, they're right there.
Yeah. Do you have a rack?
A rack? Let me see. Ooh, here's up.
Yeah. But not too bad. No. Cold water is all I need.
I don't know if this will work. I know we do have racks. We just don't have them out of the boxes yet.
Okay, cool.
So, that's so funny. Let me know if this could work.
No, I need something flat. Just to take the cookies off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could put it this way.
I have to put the cookies on there. They're going to fall through the holes.
Oh, you mean the cook? Oh. Yeah. Okay.
That's funny. Jason's funny.
Yeah. Let's see. You look down here and see if that's some.
Even if it's just a tray, like that tray on the bottom right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that.
Okay. How about this mesh?
Yeah, mesh sounds good.
Yeah. So we're gonna convert salad strainer into rack. It's funny. What sound effects must sound like? What in the world?
Look at that. Don't get it wet.
No, I won't get it wet. Just wanted to make sure that.
Yep, that'll work.
Go.
We'll make it happen.
Right. We need a
Spatula.
this one.
This one looks like.
I know this is a fish spatula. Nice.
Let's try another one.
And so, how much time cooling? I'm like one of the kids.
So when can I have another one?
What is it, right?
Let's try this one. Look at that. The bottom's much better. Look at that.
But you don't want to break it?
Well, that's fine. You can have the whole thing.
Okay, well, if you insist.
It's too late. Too late now for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Much
So
more
it's
flaky.
16 minutes. Perfect then.
15 minutes, I think it's perfect. There's a little bit of moisture in the center, but I think it
should
after
be.
it finishes,
Yeah. When it cools down. Because it's still, you got people that are not aware of as a carryover.
Okay, you know what?
Those are ugly ones.
We have to eat those.
We have to.
Yeah.
Ugly
ones
I'm
have
just
to
gonna
go.
stick them here.
Mhm.
Just out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take that. Did I throw it away? Probably did.
All ugly cookies have to go away. Careful, it's real crumbly. Yeah, man, you can't do it, unfortunately. I'll eat his.
Okay, I get it.
Is it ready?
I mean, they're kind of accustomed to it. They know. Hmm?
What can I get?
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
can I get Nanny?
Well, okay, I'll tell you what. Yeah, okay. Just take a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. All right. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Thanks.
Alright.
Buttery, flaky, perfect.
I like that.
That vanilla,
Hands down.
hands down.
Although,
Oh,
I have to
here you go. If you need
appreciate
any.
the other one because it raised me, the other vanilla that will not be
Yeah, but
named.
you have to come away from those things, when you get
Childish things.
childish things, yes. When you were a child, you thought as a child.
Got biblical on my.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, now, yeah, you came up to the new vanilla. So I'll just pop these over here. Yeah. Man. I don't think those are going to make it before those get out of there.
Well, the rule is I do have to take some home to my mama.
Oh, how many?
Look here. Look here.
How many is the rule?
I got to live there.
Yes, yes.
Get me in trouble.
Uh-huh.
It didn't spread that much. I might be able to get all of these.
Yeah, you could actually.
I'm going to do it the opposite spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have one?
yeah.
I feel like
I gotta
you should
live,
have one.
so I definitely have to take them to her.
I feel like you should do that now.
Yeah.
You stinking up the house with all these sugary smells.
Yeah.
I have to take some to the lady over the house.
Yeah. Let's see.
Put some speck on it. Okay.
I'll let her know it has white sugar in it. She
Oh.
says she will suffer through it.
Oh, she will sacrifice herself.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? Oh, this one's going up to
We're just gonna put it at 16.
at 16.
Oh,
what?
is that hours? Is it hours? How does that?
Oh, yeah, that's 6 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah.
Why did you say
I didn't know. I thought you were adjusting the temperature. I was like, oh, the temperature's
600 degrees?
Yeah. Here's how you do that.
Wait,
So you don't have to.
So do we want to do flash?
You said 16.
Yes. There we go.
Cool.
We
You know
mean
what?
flash baking?
Yeah. That's why I was like, I said, oh, I said maybe it's a new technique that I didn't,
The minute I put it in, I take it
Try it
out.
outside.
Basically, is what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. The minute you put it in, you take it out.
I'm gonna try one of the flatter ones to see the difference because you gotta compare and contrast.
You know what?
You really do have to compare and contrast.
There needs to
because
be some cookies left over. Just saying.
there are. Look, there's like 9.5. 9.5. I'm really curious about that thing with the flatter one. The flatter one.
Mm-hmm.
That flatter one looks like
It looks like it's much different than this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Buttery, 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 buttery. Okay, so this is pretty amazing. Okay, so Shauna's passed the first test. The question is,
Sir.
can she pass the second test? Can she bake the shortbread to be as good as this one? Time will tell.
It melts in your mouth.
It does melt in your mouth, doesn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, it's very good.
but this is better than the $1 million pound cake.
Yeah,
That's
Well, they're different.
Yeah.
The only way to know that for sure is Shauna will have to come over, bake the $1 million pound cake and the shortbread and the butter cookies, and we can compare all of them.
The cabbages lock
And the baklava.
The black kebab.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Have you had churros before?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're so good.
I made a churro bowl.
Mhm.
And you...
Rebecca said you know where she lives.
Oh, Rebecca.
Rebecca said she waved.
Tell her, ask her what she needs in her Remington order. She will understand that.
Shauna just said, what do you need in your Remington order? She knows that you will understand that. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna step away from these cookies so that I'm not tempted.
From the cookies.
Yeah. Oh wait, how many do you have in here?
You know what? That doesn't make a difference.
That does make a difference.
No.
Oh,
You will leave it.
I thought that this one was kind of
Sir.
the experiment because we took it out, put it back in, so it could have affected the quality.
Sir. Just sir, back away from the cookies.
Yeah, back away from the cookies. Okay, so what do we have here? The ingredients. Okay, we've got egg white. We've got
Yeah.
flour. And is this a flour mixture or just straight flour?
Street flour.
Oh.
That's the shortbread. It's like it's 3
Okay.
straight ingredients.
Okay.
Powdered sugar,
Mm-hmm.
flour, butter.
Okay, well then it's kind of 4.
Yeah,
Powdered
I'm
sugar
not
is-
using. Oh,
Because it's
that's
cornstarch.
technical up in here.
Yeah, just a little. Mm-hmm. So yeah, cornstarch and sugar. And then the flour.
This guy over here.
And then, so how many egg whites? Is it 1 or 2 eggs?
Yeah, no, that's from the last party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do something with that,
Nice.
but it's not going in here.
Oh.
Man.
So, okay, and you said a cinnamon roll?
Yeah, so I am.
Doing a cinnamon roll.
Have not gotten to the level of making. I'm not really good at making the what do you call it? The pastry.
Oh, okay, well, we'll
So I
do
use a
that.
super cool vegan one,
Mhm.
which actually comes out really good and flaky.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
So, what is the biggest challenge that you find with the pastry portion?
it is
Oh,
out of juice.
Oh.
The biggest issue is it's so time consuming because if I actually did it myself and all that folding of all that butter into the pastry,
Oh yeah, it's like doing a croissant.
you gotta do it at least 9 times.
Yeah, you gotta fold it,
I ain't got time
fridge
for that.
it, fold it, fridge it. Right.
Gotta pound it,
Pound it. Yeah.
add more butter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe someday when I have one of my big locations.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I need you to be softer because I have to spread you, so that will definitely be lighter. I'll put it over here. So it's softened up a little bit more.
Okay, cool. Caught it.
Yeah.
All right.
So when
Nice.
these come out, because I need to spread it,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna have to move it around in a bowl and stuff.
Okay.
Where's the bowl I just washed? That's smart. I'm getting smart. Y'all. Up in here. Rebecca. I miss you, Rebecca.
Sjana says she misses you, Rebecca.
Well,
Well, I
everybody
guess she
at your
can hear
house.
her. I don't need to repeat it.
Everybody at your house, but Rebecca always gives good hugs.
Yeah. I love the art, at least. They're all-
Yeah. Our kids are super smart too. And there's always good food.
Always. Rebecca did some curry. She did a curry chicken. It is a curry sauce or chicken in a curry. I don't know what it's called. Well, it was called Gone Out of My Bowl. That's what it was called.
It's called.
Yeah, it was called Gone.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, you know what?
What's up, bud? Hey.
His eyes are another up there. Yeah, I know it's kind of shocking because it's so quiet.
Is it? Do you like a cookie?
Yeah, I'm sure he would. Hello. You mind?
See, that's good sleep. This right here is good sleep.
Mhm.
See that line right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's good sleep.
That blanket there.
Mm.
Yeah, the fold.
Because there's some sleep where it's just like, I just want to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's when you forget that you have. Oh, thank you.
Fist bump. It's fist bump worthy. It really is.
I have this. I could have done this, but I did it on my hands anyway. You can do it either way, I guess.
Uh-huh. Oh, coconut curry chicken.
Coconut curry. Okay.
Yes.
Two things.
Yes.
Coconut.
Oh, you're not a coconut person?
You know what? Only
What?
coladas. I'm going to say it again.
Huh?
Red is apple cider.
Yeah, coladas.
Okay, Rebecca says she's open to all possibilities. She says, me too. We were just talking about you. And then she said coconut curry chicken. So, yeah.
Sounds good. We need to get in her kitchen. I need to be over there at the big table.
Look, and then, I don't know if you've tasted Al's, he does the roux for the, you know, I'm going to be happy when this whole thing kicks back in for my brain. Rebecca, tell me the dish that Al makes. I know it, but the name's not coming to me. When he does the roux and does his special thing to make the roux, and but I can't remember. Is it jambalaya or?
But you do need a roux for that.
Yeah.
Gumbo?
Gumbo. Thank you. Okay. Have you tasted the authorly
I have
gumbo?
not.
Oh,
I have not. Bless you.
yeah. It's of a different level. Yeah, it's good. It's good. And yeah, Al has this prize roux. I can't share it because I don't know if I'll lose my life by doing so. It may be that top secret, but it's good. And the way that he browns it, I mean, even no scorching. I mean, and you shouldn't, but there's not a lot of people that do it right. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Because sometimes you just burn flour.
Yeah.
White.
And they call it a roux or a gravy. Yeah. Yeah, it's a process. But he's got it down to a science.
I see kale.
And he does it without adding the seafood. And it does not negatively impact the flavor. The broth, the liquid off of that. Yeah. Anyway.
I need some now.
Does he put potatoes in there? Let me ask. Yeah, kosher gumbo. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Sjana just asked Rebecca if Al puts potatoes in the gumbo. You know. Yeah. Now I'm not a gumbo professional, so I wouldn't know the answer to that question.
Or you suggest, well, you have the rice, so I guess you can, because you put it over rice.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just thinking, could you put potatoes in there? You know what? I'm just hungry.
You just
That's why I'm thinking, you need potatoes. Have an issue.
Well,
That's an
there's some
issue.
potatoes right there. You know, we can
Right.
knock some of those up and right. You want me to knock up some potatoes while this is going on? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Let me see. No, he would hurt you if he hurt you.
Sorry,
Over rice.
I never
Okay.
mentioned.
See, and that's why I asked the question. I never said that.
You
That's
could put it over mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking out of the box there.
Yeah. She says over rice. You know.
She's like, if he hears you say that.
Watch my cleanup. Now I knew that, but you know I had.
Please, you knew. Okay.
Yeah, he makes this kosher gumbo though that is just beyond amazing. Mm. Okay, so favorite fruit to work with?
Apples.
Apples.
Mhm.
Okay, why? I thought
Apples
apples,
and
but
peaches.
apples and peaches. Okay.
Because they're very strong, they're resilient
Mhm.
fruit. So like, you can, depending on what you want to do. Like if I'm doing a tart, I can take them down to a certain level and still have the firmness to it in the body, and it still has its integrity.
Mhm.
Or if I'm making like a peach cobbler or something like that, or a peach tart or whatever, I can take it where it's almost candied, still got the body, still got the firmness when you eat it. So
Okay, so you must be going slow and low. Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. Because if you have that heat too high, you're gonna lose that texture, and
Well,
it's
I think
gonna fall apart.
this is what I do. I make the caramel first in the pan,
Okay.
then put the peaches and
Okay.
the apples in. Instead of having them sit and like kind of boil in their own juices
Mhm.
and then add the sugar, because I think then what happens is you're making the caramel and the apples at the same time, and so the apples are pretty much done before the caramel gets to where it needs to be. So do it like that.
Have you ever started the apples or the peaches in the process and then reserved them and then added them back in so that the way it gets the essence of it infused into the sauce beforehand?
Yeah.
So when that
You mean
reduction
cook 'em
is
up
happening,
first and then put them in the caramel?
so when the reduction is happening, then it's like kind of
Okay, so it's kind of like when if you're making a steak and you're gonna put it in the oven, you're gonna oven cook it so you sear it. So basically that's what you're doing when you put it. So if I make the caramel first, then it seals it, and then it keeps that juiciness inside. So that's what I'm trying to do is keep it instead of drying it out. I feel like if you dry it out, take it out and put it back in. So they go together versus like when you're sauteing onions, you want to do those first. And that what people don't realize, or some people do realize, is that it seasons the pan, so you don't have to use another pan in a different pan. The flavor is consistent. Because first you're doing the onions, then you're doing your meat, then you're doing you know what I mean. So you can just move it in and out, and then the flavors are still in there. It's not went and wash the pan, so now it's just like the own dish liquid.
Right.
Kind of gross.
Yeah. Okay. If you had a choice, and only one choice, I know. Figs, okay, and they could be in any form. They could be dried, freeze-dried, fresh, whatever. No, not as a fig Newton, because that is a travesty right there. Yes. Unless you intentionally make that fig spread flavorful, not just the mission figs. Get out of here with that. I can't stand the mission figs. Calamirna figs? Ooh. The Turkish Calamirna. Well, no. It's they have it at Traders. As a matter of fact, they're the dried Calamirna figs. Those are amazing. And I may say something that will possibly make you look at me like I'm crazy, but every year I do at least one gourmet cranberry sauce, and so one year I did the cranberry and the dried fig.
Maybe gourmet cranberry in a can, because that's the only way you should have cranberry sauce.
Did you hear that? Sacrilege. She said the only way that you should have gourmet cranberry is out of a can. It's a true story. It's not a true story. And a matter of fact, now I understand, and it's usually the nostalgia of the ridges, and I get that. I get that. So what I did was one year I made my cranberry sauce, and I actually put the ridges back in it. I molded it so that it had the ridges in there. Oh, these ones are even better.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because we didn't have the thing, escapage and all that.
Right.
Ready? 16 minutes. Done? Here we go.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh man.
Did I put it? I put it in a good spot. I'm like, we're all looking around for it, like where to go. Ooh, look at that.
Perfect. Look at that.
Put it closer.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Alright, I'll put it this way. And then that way, when we go back to the next video, we can show what
So that,
it look like. Okay, wash your hands.
really awesome. Okay, so then we have to let these slightly cool.
No, sir.
Hmm?
Sir.
We have to taste every
Sir.
batch. That's like a law, isn't it?
Somebody-
It's like a law.
Somebody come get him.
It is a law. You have to taste at least.
Who's love? Just saying.
It's not Murphy's. It's a law.
No, sir.
Guys, don't you think it's a law?
It's not.
What? Yes.
That you have to taste at least one cookie from each batch to make sure
You have to write
quality.
it down. Yes. Yeah.
Right consistency.
You know what?
Exactly.
Why are we co-signing?
They're right. They've been brought up right. This is train up a child in the way that they should go. And when they are old, they will not depart from it. And that smells even more vanilla than the last one.
Mhm.
I really think leaving it in there for the whole 16 without.
In and out.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But not right now.
Not right now.
Mm-mm.
What?
No, sir.
What?
If not now, then when? Don't play me. You know who my mother is. Yeah,
I
and
know.
Rebecca would say,
Yeah.
not right now.
Let's see.
Not
Let's
right
see if there's any other comments. Okay, so no other comments. Okay, you know what? We should put this to a vote.
now. There's no vote. That's
I
not gonna
think
change
it is
anything.
diplomatic.
Mm-mm.
Okay, if
It's
you
not.
all think that we should try.
Currently in my kitchen. No. No, sir. Can't help you.
He said,
Okay. Okay.
like, see,
With that, you just got the
what was
finger.
it? What was that?
I'm gonna show everybody. You're here. Now you gotta go. Okay. Those are hand signals. Use them. Use them wisely.
Oh my gosh.
This guy. We should put it to a vote.
I think we should.
No.
Oh, I thought you were just saying. I thought
I say no.
you were reiterating that.
No, sir. Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
I think I know what I said. I think you know what I said too. I think we all
It
know.
was a little unclear. You know, with
I
that
don't
TBI,
know.
traumatic brain injury.
Don't use it. Don't use it unless you need to. Mm-mm. No,
Just
sir.
saying.
Mm-mm. Ooh, chocolate.
Isn't this something that the
don't have.
we have cocoa powder? No.
Which means
No,
I'm gonna
we
need a
don't
double
have a
boiler.
microwave. Double boiler? Let me see if can we modify something to turn it into a double boiler? Oh, because you need to melt the chocolate. Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, let me see.
Because we don't have cream. I don't have any cream to put it in. If you have a small metal bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. This right here. And then a small
Oh,
pocket.
yeah. You see, will that fit in? Is that too big?
It's just too big.
Just too big. Okay. Go to the next one.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Oh, let me see. We have another roll. Yeah.
Then I can put this back.
Yeah. Oh, fancy. Speaking Spanish.
I'm a little fancy. I'm a little fancy.
Should those come off there so that they don't sweat?
No, they're fine. They're not going to sweat.
You sure?
Stop. Small child right now. Ew, wait. Are you going to sweat?
I'm just trying to help. Doing my best to make sure that the quality stays.
I'm glad that's on video.
Slap his hand. Those are mine.
Exactly. Get him, Rebecca.
Oh, goodness.
Just a skosh. Yes, ma'am.
Those cookies were delicious. He only brought me.
He only brought you
one
2?
plus one.
Would you like some more?
Yes, please. Here's my plate.
You're in camera.
Oh,
In case you don't mind.
is it a mine?
Take as many as you would like.
Thank you. These are so good.
Wow. Mom,
He was Look, he's trying to keep everybody away from the cookies.
I know, that's the kind of person he is. I thought I raised him better.
I don't even know. I don't know what happened.
Wow. I can't believe
It's okay. You did an excellent job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh my gosh. All right.
I can't believe that. It's just, it's horrible. I wonder how fast I am if I, oh.
Not that fast, sir.
Yeah.
So sorry. You think you're fast?
Okay, so now, I think I need to,
What are you trying to do?
no, I'm just thinking that I should probably move it over to the chocolate so we can see what you're
You're not
doing.
doing anything yet, so let's not.
Yeah.
Put it. Oh.
Oh, can I use the charger?
Which charger?
The charger in here.
Oh, yeah.
Your mom just verified it. Oh.
You know,
She's a good give up.
just when you think you know
Safe
people,
to go back into
you
the
know,
ocean.
think you know people.
Oh, people know you, sir.
We're not talking about me right now.
It's not about you, right?
It's not about me. I think that that would have been the most
Do not
selfless
cross this
act.
line.
Don't cross it. It's like a Mason-Dixon line or something. That's a shame. It's really bad. Hmm?
Okay. Is it all in? Okay.
I got close with him.
Is it turned? Oh, it's turned that way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right, because you're doing it that way.
Yeah, because we need to kind of pop back on because
Yep.
they're done.
Those
And
are done.
If you finish, if they're gone and then you have not popped back on,
Rude.
totally rude. That's like a tease.
Rude,
That's
sir.
horrible.
Let me make sure.
You ready?
Hold on.
Don't they have to cool more?
These are fine. These are for my mom.
Yeah, but don't they have to cool more?
Look, I'm just. Fine.
Oh, wow.
And she needs more too.
That
It's not
was
just
so
gonna-
close.
It was.
And then
And I did it on the back.
took it right
See how-
back away. Yeah, just
See how I did that? Shame.
see when you realize who your friends really are.
Yeah.
Really, your friends are so
I'm
clear
trying to
now.
help you.
Things are so clear now.
Trying to help you.
Wait,
Okay.
before you do that, you gotta describe, you gotta explain what just happened here. Because
Okay.
now you're about to go into the next thing. Okay, so I'm gonna start
Sure.
starting my video. All right. So Sjana, what do we have here?
Okay. we have the butter cookies, and they're done. If you can see, some of them have that brown, that perfect brown on the bottom and at the side.
Wow.
So then, once they're completely cold, we're going to dip them in some chocolate. The chocolate's not ready yet. But now we're going to go to shortbread cookies.
Did you see him eyeballing those cookies?
I saw them eyeballing.
I had to send them out because he was looking at cookies that were earmarked for me.
There are no earmarks here.
Just saying.
There are no earmarks here, sir. All right. Now we're going to make the shortbread cookies.
Okay, so those look like they've softened up nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was a cool little trick that you did there. You just used the heat that was coming out of the oven to help knock out the cold from the, trying to compliment her so that she can soften as much as the butter, and hopefully
Still not getting
any
of the cookies.
That's horrible.
until they're completely cold.
It's horrible.
So sorry, sir.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Cream the butter. And sugar. So, again, salt and butter. How to show you. We got a ball. Try to get everybody where they need to be.
So why is it important to do the sugar and the butter together instead of just like the butter and the flour?
Because you want to get them incorporated. Because if you wait for the flour, you're going to have pockets of just flour and pockets of sugar. So you just really want to get the sugar and the butter together. And since there's only 3 ingredients, this is kind of your binder.
Okay.
So then you want that flavor. It's a shortbread cookie, and you want it sweet. You don't want this hot dough that's pizza without pineapples.
Right.
See how I was
So I
talking
see,
about?
yeah.
If you look in the bottom there,
See that?
see how that sugar gets stuck down there? So that's why you have to constantly. And I am famous for getting my finger in the butter. And do like that.
Can you over beat butter and sugar?
You can.
What happens when that takes place?
Kind of curdles, starts to come
Really?
apart. Yeah, it's a little creepy. And then
Even though it's like
it's too
semi-solid?
much. Yeah.
Can you repair it after that?
I haven't really tried, but I'm sure you can. This will take a lot more. So this now will all be running flour, which is not a good look, personally. You want to just cascade it and then go to where you go. Because see what it's doing? See how it just clumps the butter? So you want to be able to mix it all in.
Now, if you were to mix the butter and then the flour into the butter and then add the sugar,
No.
what would happen? See how she just stopped me there?
Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
I knew that you can't do that, but I wanted to hear her response.
So it's going to get crumbly and then start to pull away from the sides. And once it does that,
So what's the difference between that and the dough hook?
I'm sorry, or the dough hook.
Why would you use one over another?
With the hook, usually you're using that for bread, and usually you're just trying to keep the like when you're making bread, you're trying to pull it together. So when it starts to pull away from the sides, because you've done the yeast and everything, and now you're trying to get it to form, you don't. This is too much. So that hook is just that little just moving it around,
Mm-hmm.
this would tear it apart.
Got it.
So that's just been my experience.
Mm-hmm.
So, see, this one is more Play-Doh, but a little more firm. So then, now that we got everything in there and everybody's good, take that out. Now, usually I use plastic wrap and parchment paper,
Mm-hmm.
but if you don't have that, and it's easy, like, it's easy, it's like one step versus like several steps.
Mm-hmm.
Take this out, because it's going to go in the fridge for a little bit.
Okay.
Put it in the bag, right? Make sure I get it all layout.
And so shortbread, do you cut it? Do you extrude it? Do you?
It'll be cut,
Cut.
so I'm going to shape it in the bag. I'm going to put it in the fridge.
Uh-huh.
It'll firm up into that shape,
Mm-hmm.
and then
How many shortbreads can that make?
depends on how you cut it. So maybe if you want a thin cookie,
Uh-huh.
thick cookie. So see how we got it here. I want to shape it in the bag. All of it down. Let's see what shape do I want. Usually I do like a square.
Mm-hmm.
So just shape it the way I want it.
Mm-hmm.
The ends are always the, like bread.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that aren't as pretty, but those are your tester pieces.
Okay. I don't mind the tester pieces. I think it's always a good idea to have tester pieces. It's just my thought.
So see, that's the shape that I
Uh-huh.
basically want, is that square.
Okay.
So it's flat on all the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Zip that up. There's no air in there. And away we go.
Now, is there a reason why air should not be in there?
It's kind of like it slows down. You want it to be as dry as possible. You don't want any air in there. You want it to be able to cool,
Mm-hmm.
or to firm up. And if there's air pockets,
Mhm.
sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't. It'll cave in certain spots. So you trying to have a consistent product. So
Mm-hmm.
it's best to take the air out of the bags. It's kind of like when you take the air out of the bag when you're putting bread away
Mm-hmm.
that you get from the store.
Yeah.
Usually you take the air out of the bag because it starts with like bacteria and stuff like that. So I've always done it that way. And then as soon as the chocolate turns to liquid, we'll dip the sugar cookies. Oh, look, it's starting! Yay! It's starting. I don't know. Everybody's like, oh, it looks a little ashy. Still good chocolate. So it's just that it's been in that little container during the summer.
Carly Griffith just said, "I want the bowl."
Yes, ma'am. Let me start stirring that chocolate a little bit.
Okay, so we're at the chocolate stirring stage.
Move these cookies away from Jason. Alright, look at that. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Okay, now I'm going to see if I can move this thing legitimately.
Look at this. When you don't have a microwave, you have a double boiler.
Yeah, we don't do the microwaves. Let's see. Let me see if I can. Okay. It's not the most efficient what I'm doing here. We're going to try it out.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm just adjusting. Okay. Okay, so how long will that take to do its thing?
Probably let's do another 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll dip cookies. And then Let's see, you can put it back.
Yeah.
Get that out of your way. Oops, sorry. Yes, I feel like you're gonna say something.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, you know, we kind of started on experimental baked goods,
Mm-hmm.
and I just wanted to revisit that. What do you have in thoughts or in the works on something experimental that you think, hey, this, I think it's going to taste really good. I'm going to do this.
Experimental as far as like my baked goods.
Mm-hmm.
Most of my experiments are making everything smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'll take a big cake. Like, I have a Black Forest cupcake now. I have
A Black Forest cupcake?
Nice. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's dipped in ganache, and then put the whipped frosting on top,
Mm-hmm.
and then the cherries, and then chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of filled stuff, so I'm trying to see stuff I can fill, and then donuts. Experimenting with donuts. That's my next thing that a lot of people like. So,
Nice.
Is this floater ready? Ooh, starting to get ready. Oh, another one. So the cinnamon rolls.
So what's this butter going to be used for?
Cinnamon rolls. So I'm gonna spread it in the pastry.
Okay.
And then, okay, pretty good.
Any new interesting things from Joseph Lee Baker that you've seen?
They've been, I think his cakes, like I think a lot of his new stuff is just pretty much just the cakes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been interesting to watch, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But he's, you know, since the whole pandemic, he hasn't really had that much work.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have foil? Foil action.
Yeah,
Oh, what's the other? What's
Parchment.
the paper?
Yeah, thank you.
Alright. My makeshift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me get.
Look at that.
Skizzers.
That was my hand meal.
I hope this is so fabulous. Oh, it was already on parchment. Nice. Look at that goodness.
Always amazes me when they make a product that, you know, did have gluten to be gluten free and it actually works.
Yeah.
I've tasted a few like that. I've tasted some duds, but I have tasted some that you could not tell that it wasn't the real thing. Yeah.
I think when you don't tell people,
Yeah.
it comes out better than if you do.
Yeah.
We have these preconceived notions.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And if you don't tell people and it doesn't turn out well, they just think that you just can't cook. You know, like, and then they don't say anything because,
Right.
like, well, I don't want to be rude, but you know,
They just don't eat it the
they
next
just
time.
exactly.
They'll be like, no, thanks.
Right. Oh yeah, I ate earlier. I gave it the office.
But you said you were hungry. Nope.
Right.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
That was
I'm
10
sure I'm
minutes
making
ago.
some OCD people really unhappy because I'm just going any way I want.
Oh, I found a
Butter.
friend, George shared this OCD thing.
Oh yeah, where they cut like the center.
Pumpkin pie was cut
Yeah,
all
horribly. Yeah. No, that kind of stuff does drive me crazy,
Yeah.
but not too.
For me,
much.
it's you know, at the gas station when you're pumping the gas and then it like ends at like 92 or 93. I've got to get it to like that 0 or to the 50 or to, you know.
You're gonna run out of money.
I've gotten a lot better.
That's good.
Yeah, not much, but I've gotten a lot better. It was almost a contradiction, wasn't it? Almost, but not quite.
So you're just doing an extended video, not going in and out? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, this is just a long video. I will cut it up as I need it later on. I'll let people pop in and pop out as they choose.
Where are you?
Okay, favorite song.
Who?
Favorite song.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a hard one, isn't it?
We are the champions, Queen.
We are the champions. Okay. Uh-huh.
I just love Freddie Mercury. He's amazing.
Ooh. Okay, it's the brown sugar.
Yes.
Oh my. I wonder if I could throw this trivia in there. Who can tell me when brown sugar was invented? When did they come up with the brown sugar? Put it in the comments if you know. Bet you nobody guessed that one.
If they have Google, I will.
Yeah, well. I wonder if they'll even think of doing Google. They probably will feel, you know what, I can't do Google. That will be kind of like cheating.
Kind
I don't know why, though. Why
Just-
folks would think that. Because,
A little bit of trivia.
yeah, it's a little bit of trivia.
I
I didn't restrict on how you can go about getting information.
Just said.
But there are going to be some folks who will say, I can't go and look it up now. I have to know it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I Google it personally. Are you a nutmeg or mace fan?
Who?
Nutmeg or mace?
I mean, nutmeg, a little bit of nutmeg. Not a lot of it. Just a little bit.
How about allspice?
I don't really, honestly, I have to be honest, I don't know how to use it.
Okay.
So I don't have an opinion on that at this time. I think I'm going this way. Yeah, because I'd be super fat if I went that way. I don't have a pan big enough for that right
I
now.
wonder how large this expands.
Oh, it's gonna.
Oh, so you roll it up and then you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hence, 7.
And as it bakes, it'll just.
Expand.
Really?
Because
That's amazing. And gluten free at that.
so we'll see. Yeah.
Well, there's a lasagna tray there that the cookies are sitting on top. The cookies are still on that sheet.
They are.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
They don't. They're not gonna go bad. It's fine, Jason. Leave
Always
the cookies alone.
always trying to do my part to help.
Leave the cookies alone.
Just trying to help. It's like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. You know?
Mm-hmm. Spider-Man would not do that.
Spider-Man would attempt. Definitely, most definitely.
Do you need that plug?
No.
Okay.
I need a
Oh,
I need a
You know what?
faster.
I need the plug because this battery is about to go out.
I'm on 8.
Yeah, but I'll take it. Yeah.
Dude, would you like 1 or 2?
So,
Buddha says, I'm right. Like, hey guys, I need the cord real quick.
It's coming. It's coming.
Okay.
Coming.
No, I mean, I need the plug also so I can plug it in.
I need sharp knife.
Sharp knife.
Preferably serrated.
To your right? No, yeah, don't plug it in there, son.
You need the plug?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so plug that in.
This?
Yep. Plug it into that. Perfect.
Whoa.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Can I just say
Some real knives up
we are
there.
powerful.
Okay.
Does this allow?
I am sitting here
Because
already.
there's not enough room to.
What, is mine dying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, I got this. Hold on. Backpack.
The issue is getting the plug in there. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be great.
Stick it in your pocket. Whatever you want to do with that. All right. Like a video guy, camera guy. Stick it in your pocket.
This is like trying to put a safe back there.
For my phone, is the phone. The camera's not dying. Got it?
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So you baking in the muffin pans. Nice.
Yes.
Just an innocent question.
Mm-hmm.
Does one of these have to go home to your mom as well?
Yes.
Oh.
At least.
Notice how I formatted that. Just wonderful. Question: does she know that you meant it?
Yes,
Ah.
of course. Of course. Okay.
I hope she doesn't have Facebook. And if she does, then just let her know I was asking that question just to see.
Make sure she was taken care of. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Most definitely.
Sure. Okay.
So you said she does know that you're making these?
Yes, she does.
Oh, okay. Does she know everything that you're making?
Yeah.
I think you share too many things sometimes.
Oh, okay. Sharing is not caring, and then
Sharing is not caring.
okay.
No, actually, yeah. It's a good thing that you're taking these things back home because this is dangerous stuff. I'm really looking forward to seeing how these things rise and fill those pans up.
Because I already creased it up. I'm just gonna put these two in there, just so that we don't have anything burning.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in there.
Very cool.
We're done for now.
That's amazing.
And we'll come back and dip.
And so these are 350 as well?
Yes.
It's amazing how many things are 350, you know?
I think that's just standard for. That's just standard for the people.
I'm pretty sure that there are things that would do.
Now this, oh, I need a piece of parchment again. Have that right here.
You know what? I've always wondered why it is that any water gets into the chocolate that it seizes up.
The cocoa butter?
Yeah.
The oil, so the oil and the water. It's kind of like, I learned that with food coloring.
Mhm.
You use the gel food color. You need to use gel in like a chocolate or something like that instead of the regular food coloring that you do for eggs, because it sees it right up. It has water in it, so it sees. You're like, why is this happening? That's why. Can I have that tray?
This one? Oh, this one? Okay. Now, is there anything that you can do to unseize it once it starts to seize?
No, it seems it's like a snowball effect. It's terrible. It makes you a little upset.
Yeah. You have to start over.
Okay. This chocolate looks good. Skip a couple cookies and then hit them with some sprinkles.
Okay, so how did you get so obsessed with sprinkles? Because I just can't, I don't understand it. Personally, I'm not a sprinkle person.
They're so much fun now.
So it's the fun, it's not the flavor. Oh, okay.
I mean, they taste good. The ones I get usually taste pretty good. Let's see. All right. Oh, where's some sprinkles? I have sprinkles. Of course. They're festive sprinkles. We're not assigning them to anybody's holiday. Just sprinkles.
Yeah, I got the sprinkles first.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm. And so now will that harden up like how much?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Specifically for dipping, so it just takes a few minutes.
Okay, so now why will it not seize when you put milk in, but it'll seize with any kind of
No
water?
fat. So you're still
Still have fat.
yeah. Still have fat. So love fat.
So fancy.
So fancy. And it's just the right amount of chocolate too.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Do a few more. Then with the sprigs. If y'all can see this camera action, it's really cracking me up.
Oh, this thing they can.
It's hilarious. Let's do one more. We'll just turn it. Alright, so then, sprinkles. Again, just makes me happy. Might have to just do it with me. Go watch. Look at that. Look at the happiness. Look at the happiness. Look at it. I guess I'll have to leave one without sprinkles because somebody doesn't like sprinkles. I'm going to insist on trying.
I just want
You only need one, sir. Alright. So we'll be back with shortbread and cinnamon rolls. So this is video number 20.
Yeah.
And we're out.
We're out. Make sure that you like the page, share the page, and inbox Sjana, let her know that you want to be on her list so that you can be kept in the know of when she goes live and when she's got new things that she's experimenting. And let me tell you from a very real standpoint that every time she experiments, you want to be in the room for that. All right, so message her, like her page, share the page out, share it with all of your family and friends, your whole community. We'll see you in the next video. Cool, right?
Alright. You know what? I think it's just about people. We all cook everything. We kick everything in 350.
350.
It's all of us. Okay, you can go ahead and try one now.
Okay, I will try that. Yes, it looks like it had 21 views.
Nice. So far. Alright, so what?
Close to zero. Oh, same thing. Okay.
You want to do like I saw last day. I saw the last one.
Okay, so now that timer is for what now? Ah, okay.
You gonna try it?
Absolutely. And mine did end up with this friend.
That's the one. It's
Okay,
gonna
so-
be okay.
Yeah. Okay, but is it supposed to dry and solidify? Huh?
Whatever you want.
Oh.
I do it.
Well,
right now.
okay. If I eat it now with it, can I take one that's been dried so I
Yes.
can see how that?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Sure, I'll try that.
Jesus. And it's dark chocolate, so that's good too.
I'm gonna have to try one
Yeah.
with just the chocolate, no sprinkles.
Okay.
Because look, you can see this right here.
You got one sprinkle.
Yeah, look at that. Totally messed up the flavor of it.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that right there.
Yeah.
That's 2 sprinkles.
Yeah. And that just messes it up pretty completely, right?
Got it. Lime cookies. Alright.
Okay, now really I'm getting hungry. Need some beef jerky or something.
Mm-hmm. What does the horse still have? Hey guys, do you still have the treats that Miss Thoy gave you?
No.
Yeah.
No, I only got beef jerky. I ate that.
Oh, you ate that?
Treats. I never got you.
Well, you weren't there.
Ooh.
You're like, am I on? Yeah, you're on.
Is it on?
Oh, no, no. This one isn't on.
Oh.
This one over here is on. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want me to?
Can I taste that? Is this same cookie?
Yes, including this is chocolate.
Yeah, same.
Dark chocolate?
Oh, wait, did we? Oh, that's right. The shortbread is.
In there, yeah.
Right.
I just like.
All right. Hmm? Oh, look at that. Hey, Jacob.
Daddy,
Mm-hmm.
my ex takes a little bit of that.
No, that's the same one. Yeah, that's the same one. It just has some chocolate and sprinkles on it.
Did I taste a little bit of the shortbread?
Hmm?
Did I taste a little bit of the shortbread?
Yeah, you tasted it already. That's the first one that you tasted. Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, the shortbread is still in the fridge. It hasn't been baked yet.
Fridge?
Mm-hmm.
That's the shortbread?
No, that's the butter cookie.
Oh, right. Oh, I knew it.
All right, so we're going to stop tape. We'll be back when the cinnamon rolls pop in. See you in a moment. Oh, by the way, go ahead and like the pages that are in the description, and make sure that you visit Shauna's sweet spot. Definitely like her page, and you won't regret it.
Somebody just think